For so many years, I gave up half of my life. 2 weeks every month, gone. I didn't know why. All I knew was that something always changed before my period. I lost control of my emotions, my energy, my focus. Later, I learned that those 2 weeks had a name, the luteal phase, and what I was experiencing was PMDD. Hi, I'm here to talk about something that has followed me silently for more than a decade. It's not just a bad mood or being too sensitive. It's called PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and this is what it looked like through my life year after year. Back in 2014, I was a college student in my final years. Everything felt like it should be exciting, planning for graduation, thinking about the future. But inside me, something wasn't right. I started to feel more irritable than usual. I would snap at little things. I wanted to be alone. At night, I stayed up really late just to feel like I had space for myself, but even then I couldn't explain why. I just knew something inside me had changed. It wasn't just stress from school, it was like my brain was switched to another version of me for a few days every month. But no one talked about PMDD, not in school, not with friends, not even with doctors. After I graduated, I started my first office jobs. Like most people, I was trying to figure things out. Most of the month, I functioned fine, but then it came the luteal phase, the second half of my cycle. Everything shifted. Suddenly, I lost my energy. I couldn't focus. My mind would spiral into self-doubt. I felt like nothing I did mattered. In 2017, I hit my lowest point. I became deeply depressed. Suicidal thoughts began to appear, and that's when I finally saw a psychologist. They told me I had PMDD. For the first time, it had a name, but the treatment he gave, tranquilizers, didn't sit right with me. Today I have a breakfast and it is rice with the black bean, and it's really good for my blood. And I think if you are in PMDD, a meal with some beans like green beans, red beans or black beans, that is really good for your health and your inside health. Good for liver, for blood, for your heart, and a lot of things. So I highly recommend that you should eat something with the beans, and like almond or cashew or whatever. Okay, it's really good. I went back to pretending everything was okay. In 2019, I moved back home. I thought being around family, slowing down would help, but PMDD didn't go away. In fact, the symptoms evolved. I started having physical pain, stiffness in my neck and shoulders, rashes that looked like allergies, even when I hadn't eaten anything strange. I saw doctors. They ran blood tests and gave me some painkillers and then sent me home. Emotionally, I became more volatile. Small things could make me explode with anger. In 2021, I launched a small business and it actually did well. I had achievements, stability, but none of that stopped the PMDD. Success on the outside didn't heal what was happening inside. Then in 2023, I went for a routine cancer screening. And during the thyroid ultrasound, the doctor told me something strange. You have mild thyroid inflammation. That single sentence changed everything. I started reading about thyroid issues, and I discovered how closely they tied to hormone regulation. Could this thyroid imbalance have been fueling my PMDD all along? At some point, I stopped believing this could ever be cured. I thought maybe this is just how I always feel. Maybe I just need to live with it. So I stopped carrying it and I stopped taking care of my body, and things got worse. By August 2024, it reached a breaking point. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't work, sometimes for up to 3 weeks a month. I was just broken. That's when I decided to dive deep. I went down the rabbit hole, watching videos on TikTok, scrolling through Facebook groups, reading every article and comment on YouTube. I studied everything I could find about PMDD. I tried so many things: herbal supplements, iron tablets, vitamin D, magnesium, calcium. Some things helped just a little. I felt a bit less irritable, but most of the symptoms stayed. And in 2025, they got worse, much worse. You know, when I make this video, I am in the luteal phase, and now I saw that I had lost a lot of blood, and like my body is deficient of blood level. So I want to let you see something now. I fell out of the stairs and my leg like this, and I feel like I am hurting like a double compared to the first weeks of my cycle. It's really hurting, and it made me like feel disappointed about myself, and I cried a lot because of that. Like I overreacting to something. Every time my period came, the bleeding got heavier. So heavy that I'd feel dizzy. Sometimes I thought I might faint. It was scary. Like my body was screaming for help. Then at the beginning of June 2025, I came across a short article. It said, when your skin looks pale, especially your lips, it may be a sign of anemia. And that moment stopped me. I looked in the mirror. My lips had lost their color. I checked my hands and feet. They are dry and thin, and they had lost all of the pink colors I used to see in my palm. I bruised easily. My heart would race after light activity. I was tired. Finally, it makes sense. I had severe iron deficiency anemia because I had eaten too little for so many years in an effort to lose weight. And it hit me. This was probably one of the biggest reasons why my PMDD had been getting worse. So in the end, it wasn't just about hormones. The root cause of everything, and it was nutritional deficiency. Once I started eating properly again, focusing on iron-rich foods, getting enough protein, and making sure I had a variety of vitamins, My body began to respond. Thanks God. Positive change. Real one. But I'll save those for the next video. Because today, what I really want to say is this: please take PMDD seriously. It's not just a tough period or normal mood swings. PMDD is your body's way of telling you something is wrong. It's a signal that you need to pause, listen, investigate, try different things, but do it safely. And don't be afraid to go to the hospital more than once. Don't stop at a single blood test or a quick answer. Keep digging, keep asking questions, and don't let anyone tell you this is just a part of being a woman, because it's not. It's not something you have to suffer through silently. Take care of your health. It's your foundation for everything. In the next video, I'm going to share more about how I take care of my body, how I'm healing, and how I'm learning to live with more peace. And if you experience something like this, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and share your story, because we can learn from each other and none of us should go through this alone. Thank you for being here and see you in the next video.